Welcome everybody who's joining the live stream today. Almost ready? Okay. It's okay. Stand straight. Oh, here we go again. Today's afternoon class. It's a really interesting one. It's about weapons. The first part, I'm going to take you through some techniques for defense against weapons. And after tea break, Buddha-san is going to lead the weapon routines, your sword routine. For you, it's going to be the first time. Are you guys still on Tantao? Yes. We're going to get to do that again. But we start with a little warm-up. Feet together, hands on your knees. And just loosen up your knees first. Good. Bend your knees, open, come back. Take it easy on your knees, just as far as you can go, and you can reverse. So open, down, back, to the circles. Do the circles from the outside. Good. Standing straight again, swinging around. Just loosen up your spine. And then the arms comes up, one palm facing up and the other facing down. And I'm going to be looking at the palm that's facing up. And as I rotate my arms, I look the other side. Just like that. Really complete the stretch. Good. Hands on your shoulders. And circles forward. And back. And front again. For those of you who are paying attention, you're doing your shoulders now because you're going to do a lot of push-ups. You ready for that? Join me in a push-up position. Whenever you're ready, start with normal push-ups, just 9 in your own time. Just keep your back straight. You already remember what's coming. So that was the first variation. Now we're going to call it Kung Fu style. Bring your elbows, tuck them to your body, and the push-up will be from the inside. 9. Should I smile back or is that a... 7, 8, 9. So far, so good. We're coming from wide push-up from the center to diamond push-ups. You're going to place your hand like that. Just be cautious when you place it under your head, you're too far. You need to come to your chest. Okay? Let's try 9. It's very good. I know you didn't do 9. Good. Next one, I'm going to show you first, and then you're going to try. We have many variations on the positioning of the arms. So we can be here, 1, can be here, 2. I can be on my fingers, 3. I can be in a diamond push-up, 4. So you're going to do 9 push-ups on your own time, just each push-up different to the other one. Okay? Let's see. Yes, switch one hand at a time, very responsibly. If you need to go down on your knees, that's okay. Just make sure your back is still straight. Good. Good. And relax. Go back to your breathing. Next one, that's these kind of things that you don't have to succeed, but you better try. Otherwise, you'll never know. Gonna try to go wide, side to side. So this hand will be straight, and only this one. And then only that one. Left, right. Left, right. Let's have a look. It's more technique than anything else. Keep your balance. Yes, very good. If you're trying it for the first time, don't go too deep so you cannot come back up. Find your range. It's not an easy one. As much as you can find. Good. Yeah, and relax. Okay, another variation. This one is also about technique, not so much about power. You're gonna switch from push-up position, but I'm not here in the center, a little bit in front this time. Push-up position to plank, to push-up, plank. 9 times. Let's see. No, not one hand at a time now. Okay, good. If you feel that if you understand the technique, look at me for a moment. You drop and you don't do that. You control, control, control. You see my toes? Control, push from the toes. Got it? Good. When you're ready, stand up. Hands up, shake. And let go. And again. And let go. Feet together, fold forwards. And you're going to straighten back up. And I'm going to cross one leg over the other. My knees are tucked to each other. And I fold forwards again. And the other side. Good. Straighten back up. Take a sip of water if you have to, and we'll start the class as soon as you're ready. That's 20 push-up. Okay. Excuse me. Defense against weapons. Today we're gonna look at the cane. Actually, a cane is impact weapon. Unlike edge weapon, which will have a blade. This is a blunt weapon. It doesn't matter if it's a baseball bat, a chair, an iron bar, or a cane. If it's a long one, or a short one, or a heavy one, it's just about impact, okay? The good thing about defending against that is you can actually touch it, okay? I can take it from you, and that's something I cannot do with the blade at all. So the technique is different. You don't have to be so careful of the object itself. But if you guys have done the class against knife, we tend to isolate the limb because you want to disarm. So it's not enough to grab the weapon like this. There's actually better techniques. Question: where would be the maximum force on the weapon if I strike? So what would be worse? I'm asking you, don't stay there, don't worry. If I hit here, I hit here, or I hit here. What's the worst? The last one. Power goes here. Somebody want to swing, send the energy to the end of the weapon. Yeah? That's why bringing just your arms up might break. Going back, you might get the worst part. So you have a very long extension of the arm, and the most of force will be here. So you're risking going back not enough and being faced with the worst part. So the best idea would be to close the distance. If you could, you want to close the distance. So if he's holding the cane, okay, counter on motion before attack time. It means that as soon as he's going to move, I'm going to have to close the distance. Okay? He cannot hit me from there. He needs to load the weapon on his shoulder. Go. Ah, this is where I want to be. Okay? The difference is you catch it here. Once it starts moving forwards, you're dealing with a different story. Even if you catch the wrist, the weapon might still hit you. Okay? So you want to catch the arm here. We prefer to do that. Ideally, you're mindful enough of what's coming, and you can actually reach the weapon on time. There is way more complicated and dangerous situations that this would simply not be enough. But if you see the attack coming from here, you don't have to do anything. As soon as I load my weapon, you jump in, close the distance, grab my wrist. Okay? That would be the first exercise, just about timing. Stand neutral, neutral. As soon as he goes up, take away 90% of the options, okay? Still not aggressive, still no techniques inside. Grab the weapon, grab the wrist, and take away the option to swing. You just simply cannot swing anymore. We're still in a fight, I didn't disarm, but that's the first and most important thing. As soon as the threat goes up, oh, whoa, whoa. No. Okay? So that would be the first exercise. With a partner, one stick for each couple, and just from a neutral situation, as soon as I come up, there you go. Even faster. Yes. Later in the class, you would have situations, somebody's coming at you, and you need to get the right timing. But start from static position. He's almost in rage. You just need to see the signs that my body is giving. As soon as I load, I cannot swing. Okay? Start with that. Yes.
If he tries to catch your wrist, you can still move it, right? So if
technically,
I would sit, and if you like here, I could hit your head in the back. Wouldn't it be better to like grab it here?
Yes, but this energy you're talking about, it doesn't happen from a threat.
Yeah.
Only when I come forward, then it's dangerous.
Okay.
If you catched it before, what he can hit you with here?
Yeah.
Not really. So it's true, this momentum will come forward, but then you're dealing with an attack.
Okay.
It's no longer a threat situation, okay? So from here, the wrist will not do much. When the weapon is traveling to you, you're right. You're going to have to take this into consideration.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
Good. Take a cane per couple and get the timing right. Okay, yes. Stand in front of him. This is neutral. When your hand is down, it's neutral. As soon as you cannot strike him from there. You need to bring the weapon up on your shoulder. There you go.
And it's with the same side, yeah?
Yes, yes. Now, do it slow. Like he said, this is okay. For now, this is also still okay. For now, you're just taking the option to swing at you. Yes, faster. Good, very good, Selena. Okay, easy enough? So far, so good? Just the timing? Okay, so same thing to this. As soon as I go there, start from neutral, what's the easiest follow-up? As soon as the cane go up, simultaneously. First thing, she cannot see. Second thing is she's about to get her nose broken. Yeah? So simultaneously, stop, hit, same time, up, oh. Take away these options, take away those options, you're totally in control. Now it's just about how violent you are. From there you can break the nose, or you can gently keep walking from here. Okay? Be careful with these techniques. You have weapons. I don't want anybody to panic. Just get the entry, simultaneously palm strike to the face. But don't strike. Place your palm there. You know your opponent knows that you control his chin, his neck, can break his nose. So you know when actually, even if she's real about it, go. She cannot, even if she wants, we both know that she cannot. So this is what I'm looking for. Okay? Get the control. Good. Try same thing with simultaneously strike. Start from neutral. Change hands, it's a bit too easy for him. Change sides, try on left. Okay. Again, keep walking a little bit. With this control, keep stepping forward. Yes. Yes, the same thing. If you get a good entry, just walk forward. You will know. Yes. Same for you, Ange. Exact same thing. Do it with me for a moment. Good. You get a good entry, walk forward. He knows that something is wrong now. Kung Fu. Yes. Step forward. Keep walking with your face in your hand. Just move forward. Yeah, step, step, yes. Good. Okay, good. Salute your partner. Good. So, we close the distance. We got the timing. Now we're going to try to disarm. Okay? So first, just to explain the technique, we're keeping it friendly, so we're not doing it from a swing or anything like that. We're going to connect the dots later. For now, you're just going to be here. Keep it there. This is called the figure 4. You see the number 4? Good. If I got this, I'm going to change here. That's how you disarm. Other side. Yeah. Once I'm here, if the arm is straight, I cannot do it. From here, you come under, and you take the wrist, and you pull it back. There is no more room for her to step. Okay? A little bit quicker, but first start slow. Here. Same thing. As soon as the weapon comes up, control the wrist, but enter here. Okay? You want to try? Very slowly, assuming you have the hand in the right position. Okay? So as soon as it goes up, there is your figure 4. Slide your hand under, and basically the shoulder would have no more room to go. Okay? Try it. Try it gently first.
And I'm sorry, we're starting again from here, or we're starting from here? The attacker starts from this position?
You start first there, because I don't want to catch in the wrong place or something. So build up to that.
The same arm as
Same thing. Close. Catch. Catch. This arm comes under. Grab. No, relax, relax, relax. Oh. Here. Slowly.
So I do with
That's the leverage.
I go in with my left.
You can do both arms. You can technically do it with one if you're close enough.
And then go in with the other one.
Yes. If you hit with left, grab the wrist, step up. No, too fast, too fast, too fast. Too fast, too fast, too fast. Here, you see the figure 4? Go under. Grab the wrist. You feel the shoulder?
Yeah.
Yes. Good. Okay? When you're doing it too fast, you grab this and you straighten in his arm back. That's not a figure 4 anymore. Yeah, better. It's this. Feel the shoulder? It's going to pop out?
Yeah.
It's that. Once the hand is straight, I don't have this leverage. Here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay? Cannot go. You just cannot go back.
Yeah.
Yes. So here is the figure 4.
Yes.
You grab, you come under. You need a chair.
Could be in real life, so I should.
Yes.
Here, he's falling on me.
It's falling on you?
Yeah.
I could take her down with me.
Try it just a second without.
Yeah, it's gonna break.
Okay? We are not applying real pressure. You're letting him go. So you're doing that, and then you don't want to hurt him. So he can do something back. Okay. But really, it's not gonna have. Like, if you
That's
can,
crazy. Because if it breaks,
but if you think about it, she already saved her life. She's already didn't got the cane to her head. Yeah, you're already in a different situation now. A little bit better than 1 second ago. The weapon is out of the picture. Okay? So even if the technique is not perfect, get a good entry first. Take the weapon. The idea is to disarm. So if the figure four is not perfect and you have the weapon, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Okay.
Wait a moment, I gotta
So-
adjust.
Think about that for a moment. You went here. Here you need to go closer to his wrist. And then even if the figure four is not perfect, take the weapon. Don't, instead of trying to break the shoulder, try to disarm. Yes, figure four, change, take the weapon, there you go. Okay, good. And salute your partner again. Let's try to connect the dots a little bit. So, he's gonna load up the weapon, and I'm going there. I could hit here, but I'm going there. So actually, if you look at the momentum of my arm, I need to catch and go under. He already felt it, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry. If you do it again,
All right.
as soon as I hit, yes, stay with the figure four. I need to travel there anyway. Hit on the way in. Soften him up a little bit. He might wobble, he might come lower, makes it easy. If you hit too hard, it might mess up the technique, but if you're going for the figure four, get a little bit, soften the resistance a little bit. So you grab, and you can hit simultaneously, hit on the way in. Okay? Let's try again.
Is it a closest punch? Is it heel?
I'll just make contact. Just make contact for now. Good. It already looks much better, but instead of just fake thread me, instead of 1, 2, simultaneously.
Okay.
Same like the palm strike, same time. Yo, better, better, better. Smooth. It doesn't have to be a punch. Yes, nice. Nice flow. Okay, guys, salute your partner. Good. We're gonna move on to something more. I just want to try something. Can you come without the stick? Give him the stick. From a figure 4 situation, even with one hand, he knows that he's locked. But we're somehow, I find like we're coming from far away and you're trying to break the elbow backwards. Really think of the body mechanics. If I just put my right knee down, okay? Body weight. Don't try push out. You have this, okay, control, control. See, I can see his face, so it's not, I see how uncomfortable it is for him. But once you got the arm, don't get stuck on one technique. Maybe straighten his arm, it's gone. You need a different technique. But you have to keep the limp, okay? You cannot break the weapon, you can break the arm. So as long as he's holding the weapon, I'm not letting go at all, okay? Good. So far, we're just practicing against a threat situation. Now, the weapon is going to be traveling towards you. It's getting a little bit more dangerous and even more crucial that we close the distance. So, I think you haven't seen it yet, but you guys learned the Samchen? Yes, you learned the ending of it.
Yes.
That's your block. That's your block. If he comes, let's do it here that they see. He's coming, he's not from here. He's really coming. His hand is up. You see all this space that I have? You have to enter. So, as soon as he's going to come, and don't stop there, hit.
Okay.
Yes. That's a one-handed. If I would do it with two hands, that's your Samchen block, okay? Come, not too fast, but come, smooth, come, hit me. Again. Okay?
Yes.
Close the distance, and ideally, you see the elbow line? This is where I enter. Come slow. And I want the arm straight. If the arm is bent, this is exactly the question you asked before.
Yeah.
Swing forward, my arm is bent, this is still gonna hit your head.
Yeah.
So I want to straighten my arm just like in the Samchen block, and then this will happen. It will slide in. So loosen up all the joints, swing on me. Come, hit me, yes. Here,
Yeah.
okay? Almost elbow to elbow. If it slides better, it's even better, okay? First get the entry correct, and then we see how to follow up from there, okay? Samchen block with a step forward to close the distance. Let's try that. I could read your lips. I know what you said. I know. Yes, that's a little bit inappropriate. All you have to do is wait 1 second more, because he's going to come to your height. It's going to be harder to control the elbow because he's stronger. But you see, if he's coming at me, I'm not traveling to his height. I'm protecting myself. So for me, it's the same block. You just have to close the distance, making sure it's not hurting you. Okay? So it's gonna be a clash and he's bigger than you, but still. Elbow line. And try again. Yes. You're in this position. No, the Samchen block is more here. So if he swings on me, you want from there?
Sorry, which side?
Okay. Here. You see the elbow? I'm here. Do it again. I'm not here. See this position? No, I'm there. So I need the elbow line. Straight out. Go. Now. Okay. Swing. Swing. Really. Swing hard. You feel the control, yeah? Good.
But you want to land kind of on the upper arm, don't you?
No, elbow.
On the lower.
Control the elbow.
Directly on the elbow.
You have to enter from the elbow line, otherwise it will not slip in. Okay? If you keep your hand straight, you're looking for the elbow line. Much better. A little bit sooner. Yes. Yes. Just don't turn your body to him. Stay on him. Get the elbow line. Here. Okay? Don't turn. Because it will be really hard to follow. Yes, better. Better. Something's wrong? Selena is always very challenging. No, I'm joking. Yes, you're going on the shoulder and you want to stay on the elbow.
But I am going over it, right?
Yeah, it's just a bit easy for you because you're taller, but this is the line that I want actually. It's okay. See the elbow? It's not there. Slow.
I have to go closer because he's taller, but
No, you have to wait. It's the same block. You don't have to do that. Yeah? Swing.
sorry.
It's okay. Everybody's got the weapon, got the advantage. If you have the weapon, you have the advantage. Yeah. Yes. Yes, it's a little bit awkward because you need to come on her height, but yeah. Yes. 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 Good, and salute your partner. Okay. How do we follow up from there? How do we follow up from there? That's the obvious one. Simultaneously strike into the face. Again? Okay, but that's going to be a little bit boring because we did it on the other defense. So he's correct. I'm with my both hands up. I don't want to fight. I'm kind of covered and protected. As soon as you do that, yes, my hand is there. But this is more concerning to me now. Slow. One, it slides in, you wrap. Okay? You wrap your arm. Simple as that. Here. You can do it from the shoulder or simultaneously striking. But you see now why the arm must be straight, because if he swings and I'm there, I cannot roll. But if I let him slide from the elbow, come with a little bit momentum, oh, here, then it's too close. And he really, even if I miss a little bit, and I'm here, pull the weapon. Pull. There's no way. He needs to let go of the weapon. He cannot have the weapon. You can take the arm once you let go of the weapon, but that's good for me. He just got disarmed. So even if you miss a little bit, do it again. Let's say I wrapped here and not there. Okay, I'm not breaking his arm, but taking his weapon. Okay, so same entry, some chain block on the elbow line. Roll. Roll, control the arm. Okay, let's try that. sure it slides and wrap. Yes. Wrap, yes. I don't know, she's having too much fun for it should be painful for her. She shouldn't be laughing like that. Yeah.
I have her arm, so that's the important one, right?
But you went on this I did just to not hit her face. Hit simultaneously to the face while you do it.
The arm is good, well, yeah.
Yeah, but you can also see, I will show it next. From here. This was straight. It was locked in your arm. It's just gonna hurt her so bad. Yeah. Yeah? Okay? I'm not gonna hurt you so bad. Maybe next time. So, Selena, it will be, okay, it's a little bit off. It's not the technique that we're practicing, but if something like this happens, and you got a good entry, and now you're trying to hit simultaneously, but he's so much bigger than you, right? Hit me. Yeah. Ah. I didn't even hit his balls, he knows. It was just dangerous enough. Just dangerous enough, but not painful. Be clever. Yes. No, I hit his thigh. Who knows that I hit his thigh, huh? Just to... Good. Yeah. Good. Yes, good. Now you enter with two hands. Good. No, you're not sorry. A little bit. Okay, good. One more variation. This one, you never know. You have to kind of sense it. He swings from there. If I'm way in deep, I'm controlling the shoulder, then I will go there and I will complete my technique. Okay, but what if I'm not all the way slided in? There might be a situation that I wrap and her hand is just straight to my body. There's no leverage. You remember this morning? Elbow control. Okay. From here, once you're in and you're wrapped, if you're not all the way in tight, but the head is hanging on my armpit and elbow, I feel the control, but the wrap will not be effective. Move your hips. Okay? It's just that. It's just that. So do this one slow, because oftentimes we're trying, but this arm is not perfect, but we're still going for the same technique. No change. See? So just try to get this control so you can spin the person with your hips only. Okay? But do it slowly. Let's see. No.
No?
Other side? Yes, but to the other side.
Maybe other side?
Do it slow. Here, rep, stop. Turn these hips, all the body, no others. There.
Like this?
Yes. Up. Yeah. And when you do that, slow, don't forget, you're with two hands up.
Yeah.
He's coming into. Yes. Good. So instead of walking her,
Just turn.
no, you did the right thing, but you came here, stepping the arm a little bit, you wrapped, everything was correct, but then you stayed here. You like kind of helped her to go. Now I'm going to spin her, but I'm with two hands up. Oh, so I'm just using this, but this. Okay. You kind of you're helping her, which is cool. But keep in mind, if it's real opponent. Yeah, and two hands up, yes. Yeah, turn. Other direction. Yes. 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 It's very good. Instead of coming up on your feet, that's the power. Yes. Yes. Doing the right thing. Do the same with two hands up. You're using one hand. With me, you were crashing into my hand. You didn't need the 360. You understand what I'm saying? You do it with two hands up. Good. Spin him into it. Where is the other hand? Stay with me. Slow. Here. When you spin him, down. Yes, and don't need to keep spinning. You rotate your hips, boom. Yes. Nice.
I think what it is that you're not
Yes. Yes.
slowly doing it, but
You're diffusing the tension with little steps. Once it's tucked, turn the body only. Sink. Yes. Sink on your heels. Okay, good. Okay, good. And salute your partner again. So, the situation is escalating. The first one was, okay, I'm on the same line. I can grab the hand. I can hit simultaneously. I can disarm. This one is a little bit harder. It's already swinging on you, and you need to really control it. Sometimes he will come running at me with a stick, and I have a lot of time to react, but whatever I do with my technique, if I stand in front of him, something gonna crash. So he's gonna come at me, swing, come with the swing, go. Get out of the way. Most important thing, get out of the way, okay? So come slowly, step out, and turn. Sometimes, you do it slow. If I just step out, I might get still hit. What I'm trying to do, if you just stand there, I'm stepping out. Okay, I saved myself, but this can still hit me. Turn. So if you're doing it statically, you will see that I'm actually parallel to him. Parallel to him. So when a very vicious attack is coming, you're going to need a very aggressive technique to disarm, and it always will be a lot of forward momentum. It's going to be a lot of forward momentum. So first thing, learn how to go out of the way, and then you can place maybe a technique when he's coming at you. Okay? Wait with the technique, wait with the hands yet. From static, standing next to me, close to me. He's gonna swing, try to hit me. Up. I'm standing parallel to him. I just want you to go out of the way first. Do it with the other hand. Step. I'm parallel to him. He cannot hit me. Okay? Try this with the partner just to get out of the way first. Other side, Selena. Other side. No, do it from static. Do it without running, without running. Without running, yes. Yes, really parallel. Yeah, the stick is coming fast, yes? Yes, correct.
I come running.
No. Slow. You can walking, but how many steps? Show me again. Yes, you have to be a little bit closer. So here, I'm still close to him. Just turn, almost parallel to him. Okay, you're taking a few little steps. It's just when it's really this side. When it's really close, 1, 2. You want to run? You feel like running? Yeah, try it. Okay, good. Let's slow it down and try to connect the technique to it. There's 2 ways that this can go. I'll show you one. You don't have so much time. See how it goes. It can be 2 options. She can run at me. That's a single hand. She can do the same with double hand. That would be a different technique again. Okay? So walking on a single hand this time. Same thing, I'm going to do the same footwork. She comes slowly. One time will be this. The second time, my hands will be up. I will connect once here with the crane, and then there. And as I spin, and she's got the forward momentum, press down. And that's what you experience with your forward momentum. So slowly, I'm ready, I'm seeing it, but it's really, really fast. Okay? Try this. Don't attack each other really with the full momentum. Build the speed up a little bit. Make sure that your partner is getting out of the way first. Okay? And then try to disarm. Try. Same footwork, just connect your hands. Yes. From the inside. Same side. When she's hitting me here, my footwork is there. You see, my footwork is there. 1, 2. Yes. Same. If she was running at you, she would end up like you, on the mat without the weapon.
This was wrong, huh?
Yes, it's wrong, because if he's doing with this side, your footwork is to there. You forgot to get out of the way. Sorry, guys, she forgot to get out of the way.
Or you just knocking out of the way.
Crane.
Yeah, that's a pin. That's a capturing it, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, that wasn't even deliberate, but that's a good instinct to disarm. So ideally, when you fly on your back, I don't mind if you're still holding the weapon. But to perform it perfectly, you will be holding the weapon here.
Oh, okay. So I'm grabbing the weapon as I'm doing it.
Yes. Yes. Okay, guys. For the last 5 minutes, with the same partners, I want you to blend the whole techniques. I always try at the end of the class, I'm saying some of the techniques that I showed you now will be perfect for you, and some you're never gonna get it. You need to find what's working for you. The opponent can change, the weapon can change, your body reacts in a way that is used to. So what I want you to do is kind of freestyle, give each other the space. He's gonna come and attack me with a single hand, and I'm gonna choose a technique. Okay, come. I can do this. I can continue this. Or he's coming fast. Oh, I just do that. Maybe you do it next time. I connect with the arms also. Whichever techniques works for you. You can grab and hit and figure 4. You can slide in, hit, and wrap. Or you can go out of the way and try to connect with the arms. Okay? See what's working for you. In the meantime, I'm going to get tea. Good. Good. Be gentle. Okay? Selena, it's your responsibility. Be gentle. Yo. Okay, guys, very good. Salute your partner. Let's put the weapons back. Line up, we're gonna have tea. Okay, I don't know if you see it on yourself, but when you came to class, you're very relaxed. Let's see what's gonna happen. Now you were so many times attacked, your instinct, you're very edgy, yeah? I don't know if you feel it, but from the outside it shows. So, I'm not gonna have you training your sword routine like that. Go on the balls of your foot. That's exercise number 7 of your Tongling Qigong. Shake out the bad Qi. Just go on the balls of your foot and let loose. At least 7 times until you know your tongue is back on the soft palate. Your energy is back to the lower dantian. And you're breathing in from the nose and out from the nose. Good. Very good class, guys. Stand straight. Good. Let's have some tea. Thank you. Tea time.
Don't be shy, grab some tea. I recommend grabbing it before you sit down. You don't have to. Sure. The hot mic. Ooh, the hot mic. I'll just hold the mic here for other people to talk as well.
We have another one.
Oh, 2 mic in it. Would you like some tea? Yeah. Yeah. So we'll set. There you go. Yeah.
Might be hot.
Yeah, it's definitely hot. I tried to pour it ahead of time, but we know kind of how this goes. They like the tea hot.
She's a kung fu girl. Yeah, you know all the classes because you're always there.
Started correcting the students.
Would you like some tea?
Yeah.
So this is not such a special tea for those of you who've been in the morning with Johnny and Dimitri.
Oh, we had Kyle mainly.
Oh, we had Kyle, but no.
Access to the real tea.
Those less.
Ah, so he was making some special tea.
I know where the keys are, Johnny.
But so where is Kyle?
Where is Kyle? Where are you?
Good question. Kyle and Mandy.
Yeah, Mandy told me she will come. So
Okay. So as we enjoy our tea in this lovely afternoon, does anyone have any questions? Of course.
I forgot how to use it. So earlier I was asking about the immortal tea, Jungalan,
Jagulong.
and I was,
You
Yeah.
still love the tea, right?
Oh, le chateau.
and I was asking what the best way is to make that tea, because apparently there are different ways of making tea. So for the Jugulan, because my initial thing was just to put tea in a coffee machine instead of putting coffee in there. But then I heard that tea sometimes needs to soak in leaves, but that different teas take different methods of making. So how would you recommend making Jugulan? Because I'm really excited to making that tea when I get home.
Well, I'm an amateur. But first off, Jogalong's not a tea. It's an herbal infusion. So it's pretty drastically different. You don't really have to worry about doing anything except for putting water on Jogalong or any herbal tea. The reason that there's these different processes with the tea is because of how they process the tea leaf. For example, when you get into your black teas and your gabas, they've been roasted. So when a tea's been roasted and then usually fermented, you need to have a certain temperature water, otherwise you can destroy that. So in order to get the most flavor, you would sometimes boiling, sometimes less than boiling, but this really is determined on the tea and really the processing that was used. Jogalon is 13 different herbs that are really good for your health, but they're just herbs. So it's an herbal infusion. There's no tea actually in it. Tea only comes from the tea tree or the tea tree plant. There's both. The plants are called the sams, something like that, and the tree, I forget the name, but there's these Latin names for them. But essentially, it has to come from either the tea tree or the tea bush in order for it to be technically tea.
Okay.
It's like what we're drinking right now is not tea. We call it tea because it's just easier, and because we have some people who like to play with it.
It's ginger.
Yeah, with
And
some.
peppermint.
Can you see it when you look at it?
Yes, you can see it. That's why.
Is there any more in there?
What else is then?
Midnight.
That's a little bit in Thai. Don't know how many times you've been here, Joe, but
Oh, yeah, I did hear it. No,
Nit Noi.
I said
Yeah,
that
it's a little bit.
just also. I
Ah.
explained it again.
Okay. So,
I
So-
think you don't need to worry about it. Just put it in water.
Put it in hot water and let it soak.
Drink it and you will live forever.
yeah, I wouldn't soak it for terrible long because it'll just get really, really bitter. But
Well, if it gets bitter, doesn't that just mean the water's absorbing like all of its nutrients? Like if I left it in there overnight,
Yeah, if you leave the ginger overnight, you cannot drink it anymore. Sometimes it's getting so spicy, too much flavor.
but is it
With
still
Jugulong.
healthy for you? Like are all the nutrients in the water the longer it sits in there, or is it?
I mean, that's a great question. I'm not a botanist, so
Because-
it's not the best. But there's usually a shelf life to that.
I mean, are we drinking tea because of its flavor or because of its benefits? Benefits first. Benefits first.
They have to taste good, but we're about the benefits.
I guess it depends on who you ask.
Probably also depends on what the herbs are in it. Some herbs, if it's like 13 herbs, there might be one herb or 3 herbs in there that are like could potentially
Oh yeah.
be okay overnight in water, but then maybe there's like a couple in there in that blend that you only want to have a little bit of water, to activate whatever properties they have in it.
Yeah, these are the things to think about because there certainly could be some of them that get diluted if you spent the whole, let it soak for the whole night, where you start to get a cellular breakdown, and then you're not getting the benefits of it. So usually if it's really bitter, it's not very enjoyable to drink, and then you don't drink as much, and then you don't get all the benefits. So that's why I was saying if you steep it for really long, it will start to get very bitter. Not ideal for most people because they don't want to drink it. Even if they know it's good for them, it's like it's now very, very bitter.
Do you think you could recycle it, like throughout the day, like pouring the hot water in there, pouring it in the cup, and then like using that same herb throughout the rest of the day, just putting hot water in there, or do you think it's just gonna like
Probably
clear it out?
a couple of times before it gets.
Yeah.
If you had a big amount, you could do it a couple times, but I think it would be more efficient to set aside a set amount for a serving. Or if you wanted to do like an iced tea, you could do a big batch. Heat it first and then have it cooled down. I don't necessarily know all the techniques to doing that. Johnny and Dimitri would be very good to ask that question because they do make iced tea and there is techniques to it. Again, it's not tea, so you don't need that same preparation, but you would kind of prepare it, I would imagine, like you would fresh leaves, like fresh tea leaves, where you don't soak them for too terribly long because you don't need to in order to pull everything out of it. If anything, you soak for too long, it starts to disintegrate and break it down.
It's so ironic that we talk so much about tea today since Johnny is not here.
He's coming
Because
back
he could-
today.
Yeah.
He's probably able to answer everything.
They're probably gonna be here tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dimitri and Johnny will be able to answer it much better than
Yeah.
probably any of us, certainly more than me. I like tea, and I've learned a lot while being here, but I mean, those guys are at another level. You know, they've been doing this for 10 to 15 years and have studied under people who do it for a living. You know, so it's like next level. I just make tea for some of the kung fu people, and it was very simple. It was like,
But we're blessed.
yeah.
We're blessed. People looking for Jiagulon and the most rarest tea, and we have the guy that drives there, climb the trees.
Yeah,
the
pick
leaves,
up the leaves.
He bring them fresh to us. He roasted. That's not that, but the morning teas are
Yeah,
quite unique.
really special.
Oh, it's exceptional. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean,
Amazing.
those guys have brought a lot to the table as far as tea, because before it would just be one of us making tea, and it'd usually be some tea
Still would be Jiagulon.
coming in this.
Once a week Jiagulon, but
Yeah.
still not the same level.
No, and if you talk with Dimitri, he mentions there's different grades of Jogalong as well. I couldn't tell you. I mean, I imagine the freshness is really what makes the different grade, and maybe the quality of where you're getting the herbs from. But he was talking about how
So
he's
the
had
leaves?
some high-end Jogalong before, and he would like to get some and bring it here and see if he could kind of prepare it in a way and make it, see if we can tell the difference. Because I imagine you could.
You know, he was talking about the leaf at the smallest leaf at the top of the tree. You know, that are more quality than the big leaves that are like just, you know, cut in half or like not really good. And apparently this tea is less quality because the leaves are like bigger and like kind of cut and not as precise as those smaller.
You're talking about the Jogalong.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was talking about that. So that
Because I know I've heard him talk about that with other teas,
Yeah.
like in
Like-
general tea, but I didn't know he was also saying that with Jogalong. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. But hot water will be fine. It'll be fine in that. Unless you get some of that high end. But I don't even know where you would find that or how you would be able to distinguish between the two. You know.
we would wait for Dimitri.
Yeah. So, good question.
Dimitri.
Not such a great answer.
But it's already 46.
But as with kung fu, you know, you have to know so that you can learn more. Right? So that's where I'm at.
Any more tea?
You know, a little bit. Ouch.
Are there any other questions that we can maybe kind of answer?
Maybe kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a question.
Excellent.
So I have a question about the colors. Like everything here is yellow and brown and yellow and black. Is there a certain meaning for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always there's probably a meaning behind everything. So the colors, just like numbers, they mean things, and specifically in Chinese style, they mean specific things. I wouldn't know to elaborate on all of them, but the yellow is supposed to be good for your level of performance.
Okay.
It's quite neutral. It's not taking you up and down. It just pops out, and it should be very. I don't know how to articulate that, but I'm pretty sure Master Ian mentioned that you're supposed to be good for your level of performance and standing out. In the same manner that red sells, yellow stands out. There's a lot of psychology, but I'm sure there's also a part of culture in it and history that Master Ian will know better.
Okay.
But I would never bet that, oh, it's a coincidence.
Yeah.
You're not in the right place for that. Everything is designed with the intention and the meaning and the numbers and the colors and the feng shui, and it's designed with a purpose. So it's probably everything you see is not just casually and random. But you can ask Master Ian
Okay.
to know more.
All right.
I know he's talked about this a little bit. With the yellow is also gold.
Yeah.
So gold is gold, right? Right. Yeah. And the Chinese like gold, right? Because gold is kind of the purest and the best of the elements, right? Of the metals. It's a precious metal. So that kind of abundance, this kind of thing is permeating through as well. I can talk about some colors, but not necessarily from a Chinese perspective. So I wouldn't want to cross that up. I know more from an element perspective, kind of talking more from like an Ayurvedic or yogic perspective, and like how, but we have that in Taoism as well, how we have our 5 elements, right? And gold or yellow is earth element. But we used to have red.
Red.
Right.
Yeah. We didn't, but Namyang did.
Yes.
Namyang used to have red. Used to be red tops, and with black and white. And I'm not sure why they changed it to the gold, or when he changed it. It might have been when he came here and started the retreat. I'm not 100%. Actually, no, because some of the old footage you'll see Master Ian in a red. Right?
Yes, but how old? Like training in England or not in Thailand?
No, not in Thailand.
I
No,
doubt it if we ever had a different color here in Thailand.
no, I don't think
I
so.
don't think so.
No, we had some of the shirts when we were moving them. Like
They
well,
came
they're all
from
here and they were
Singapore.
stored. Yeah, they're all
Yeah.
from Singapore and England.
Yes.
Yeah, and there was like a bunch of different colors because I think they used to have kids and it would be like more playful and blah blah blah.
So if you see the, I'm not trying to cross you over with the knowledge, but if you see the picture of the dantians with colors, is one of them yellow? Just
I've never seen the dantians with colors.
Yeah, because we don't want to call them with the Indian name, but let's assume that they're energy reservoirs and you know the picture.
Yeah, well, if you're talking if you're talking chakras, it's the solar plexus is yellow,
The solar plexus is yellow.
Yeah.
Okay.
which we don't really use.
We don't use solar plexus or throat. It's a different interpretation.
We don't, but
We just don't emphasize on the Tongling Qigong on
yeah.
those. Yeah.
But when you're talking these points, I do a practice, and maybe we'll do it this week. The greater outer circulation, and you focus on 9 points going up the back and 9 points coming down the front. And the front and the back, they're points, and in the middle is one of these energy centers, right? And you do breathe into this point and you breathe into this point as well, above the belly button, as well as the lower dantian. We don't really focus on these 2 points, but here are 2 points that are part of, I mean, this is a very Taoist, very Qigong practice.
Still part of the energy system.
Yes,
Definitely.
huge. I mean, they have names for all of them. You know, it's like, and I don't know all the Chinese names, but yeah, we have them on the back as well, and you can do these different practices to awaken these points, and they're even, if you can open just one of them, that's considered like a spiritual experience, because it frees up all this energy, and now you've activated certain things really on the back. So we have 3 gateways on the back that kind of open up the earth element, or the earth. I shouldn't say earth element, more the earth part of us. So this is a little bit off topic, but in Taoism, everything is a micro or a macro of itself. Right, so when you look at the universe, you're kind of looking like that's what you look like on the inside. Right, and there's some really great footage where they do things like this, where like you look at a nebula and it actually looks like the iris of an eye, right? When they look at it under certain microscopes. It's interesting. You'll have to explore this on your own. But with this idea, within a human being is earth, human, heaven. And they're represented by the 3 dantians. So you have your upper dantian, which is heaven. Middle dantian, heart center, right? Human. That's us. We literally connect the earth to the heaven on this plane, right? Like here I am standing tall, and Zhangzhuang, I'm literally connecting the 2 planes together. But then that also exists within us, our heart. If you want to think about it from chakras, but even if you want to think about it from dantians, you have the heart, and then you have upper and crown. And then you have lower and root.
Yep.
And it's the same distance away from all of them, right? So this is constantly happening. So we're trying to open up these different points along these ways. So we do use them, but we don't use it in the Tongling.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're the same. Chakras and dantians are very similar.
Yeah.
Some people have different information, but that's been my experience.
And what do you think?
I agree.
Same.
Yeah. And for the black color, apparently it's just a contrast. I asked Master Yan when I came, and he was like, yeah, so it's when we come to the school, we needed to choose something like a uniform. Yeah, sorry. And so they came for gold because it was like, yeah, abundance and really, really cool, like golden and everything. And then he was like, and we needed another color, like to contrast it, so black. And I was like, okay, awesome. So there were like not really a lot of meaning about all of it, and he was like, yeah, you should stop looking for meanings everywhere. Like, I was like, okay, maybe that was too much.
Yeah.
I don't remember how I asked, but it was like the second day I was here, or like something like that. But yeah.
Why is the tea table wood?
Yeah, exactly. That was kind of the thing.
Is that profound?
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
really nice teak wood, by the way. but-
Yeah.
And we are in Thailand, where teak wood comes from, so, you know.
It's like those pattern. I asked him, and he was like, it's because I wanted dragon, but Master Tan said no. So I took the other one. So that was this one. Looks nice though.
Yes.
And it came from the other school, so it just kept it, but in other color.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
then who wants to train the Tantao?
Yes,
Us.
yes. So let's rinse out our cups
Get training
and
again?
get training. For those of you who do know the weapon, feel free to grab a Tantao now, so you don't have to come back up.
What, like,
You don't know the weapon, so don't worry about it. No offense, but
none mildly taken.
yeah. I would suggest testing the handles.
Yeah. Do you want yours?
Let me help you with that.
Yeah, I'll grab a stick.
if they're itching you like crazy.
You didn't go
Tiger bomb.
Tiger bomb.
Tiger balm?
Yep.
Mosquito bites?
Yep.
Yeah,
Tiger
works
balm
so
for
well.
everything. Tiger balm for everything. That's
Yeah. It works so well.
Who has some?
Everyone, you can buy some here.
How much is it?
150.
Yeah.
I don't know if I need to use the sword today. We'll see. So here we are.
Okay.
Or Tantao.
Always here. Present.
Yep. Yep, we're going on down here.
So everyone rinse his cup, but with the weapons. That's a new thing.
So you're going to be a little bit behind, Joe, because they've had a couple classes already, but not to worry. We'll get you going pretty quick.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Day one.
Yeah, exactly. How is day one going for you?
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of information.
A lot of information.
Yeah, don't worry if you don't remember it. That's why we like to repeat things here. You know, that's part of the name of the game with Kung Fu, is learn, rinse, and repeat, right? And especially when you first come, the first week or two.
Yeah, it's all new.
Yeah. Luckily, you're here for quite a while, so.
That was sort of the plan, is that I wanted to learn.
Yeah, and really get it integrated. Yeah, which is awesome. Yeah. I mean, 1 month is good, 3 months even better, way better, right? Because then you can start to really sink into it, and it's not just trying to remember it, it's actually trying to move the energy and really kind of make it your own. As Master Ian would say, put character into it. Come on, buddy. There you go. Yeah, put character into it. It's what makes. So we're just waiting for everyone to get in, and then we'll start class. But it's what makes it an art, or part of it, and makes it kind of your own art. Is when you learn the moves, and this is actually a good segue into this class because we're learning the moves. In the beginning, we're going to be quite robotic, but as you get better, then you start to put your own character into it. You start to know, okay, yeah, the move is this slice, but how you're moving, and maybe you're changing speed, right? Don't worry so much about it now, but for those of you who know the practice, these are the things you definitely need to be thinking about. It's like, how can I put my character into it? We don't want to just be, right? This is very robotic, somewhat smooth, somewhat, but you know, it's much better when you can actually put your own energy into it, your own character into it, spirit, this sort of thing. Yeah, anyway. Okay, welcome back, live stream from the T. We're gonna now start weapons, Tantao. Okay, let's bow. All right, so everyone grab a stick. One of the shorter sticks, not one of these, but one of those. And we'll go through the Tantao. You're welcome to stay in here because it's quite warm out, or you can go out there and I will come out and, because I want to look at your routine, because I don't know if I got a chance to look at it last week, but I think Ophir was probably helping you a little bit, but yeah, so take your pick. Same with you, Selena. If you want to stay in here, by all means. I know it's a little more crowded, but, you know. Oh, you went real long, you went real short. Okay. Nice. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever you want. If you want to be out there the whole time, you can. It's just. Yes, absolutely. So were you guys taught the beginning? Yes. Okay. Do you want to review with them or go with Joe?
I don't know what you want me to do with Joe, so.
I would say what we're going to do, did you guys learn the whole beginning? Yeah, you want to show me? Show me what you remember? And you want to go with Joe and just show kind of some of the basic steps and some of the basic movements. I don't think we're going to need this one today.
Because you're going to do the beat after?
Yeah, after the side is what we're going to do. So it's going to be this, here, but definitely get them working on a 180-degree turn. You can,
Yeah, because afterwards you're gonna do it.
yeah, you're going to do this, and you're going to come in. So I would work on them with that a little bit. Yeah. Basic moves. You can show them, some of the things that you're going to be doing during that stretch. So then when he's doing it, he's kind of caught up. If you even start teaching him some of that, that's okay if he's ahead, because we can always add to that. Yeah. Does that make sense? Or yeah, it's not going to be too long. Thank you, Priska. Okay. Yeah, show me what you guys got here. Yeah. We're going to look at this again. We're going to watch it, though. That's not right. You're right. Yeah. I mean, we do that, and you have learned that, so it's not.
Too wrong.
It's right here. Okay, so let's. I think I've seen enough. Nice work, Todd. Nice work. So let's do some review there, right? Let's go through the beginning. It's looking good. Well, it looks like you couldn't quite remember some of that, so that's all right. No big deal. Yeah. Were you gonna say something?
Yeah, I think I've seen it once and did it once, so.
Yeah, that's not enough. Okay, so the beginning, we'll start, right? So we have our sword, right? We're holding the hilt, right? And you guys got this one, right? You bring the hand up here. We bring it over just like when you're doing the salute in Sum Chien. It's the same kind of idea, except for this hand is the open hand. Normally it'd be like this, but we have a sword in that hand. So we give, right? And this is where, for the most part, you guys did all right, right? You grab, get a good step, and you're just clearing the way so you can come through. And now push, right? So what you're doing there, Tobias, is you just want to clear the way for this foot to come through, for the left. So it's like you're knocking something loose, and then you're just doing a 1-2 step, right? So we just knock it loose, and then the sword just kind of comes around and makes a little circle here. And the easiest way to do that is use your wrist, right? Yeah, just clear it away, and then once it's cleared away, just rotate it around and bring it in front, right? And we push. Now this is a challenging bit right here, right? We want to bring it back, and you want to keep your elbow tight and your forearm tight against it. That's part of the trick. And then you step out, right? And technically we're actually in a long bow and arrow stance, but your feet look parallel. But if you look at where my feet are facing, and my hips are going to face here, right? And your feet are kind of facing 11 o'clock, right? But it's obviously a long bow and arrow stance because my foot's there. But this is what we want to think about, right? So we come in here, we get this long bow and arrow stance, right? So 60% there, and then we're slicing across the abdomen, right? So it's this slice, and then we come up in this 45-degree angle with a defense, but you're looking forward, right? Can I see that move from you guys? So wider, definitely longer. We want to have a nice long step. Yep. Bring it in, step out, then come in with the slice. Right, yeah. Right, bend that knee. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. And then when you come up, we're looking straight ahead, even though it's coming out to the side. So yes, exactly, but bend that knee. Yeah, 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 exactly. And this is kind of our defense, right? Okay, that looks pretty good. I would say try to get the feet a little bit more parallel, like on the same plane. So the foot really comes out. So if you watch the foot from here, I'm on the same line. I'm not in forward. It's not like that. Because if I'm like this, how am I cutting across? I'm not. I'm cutting across right here. So you want to cut someone's belly. So think about that. Yeah. So slice all the way through and then come up. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can bring it in a little bit more, but yes, this is good. This is great, actually. That's really good. Right? Yeah, don't be afraid to get down low. Right? This is part of it when you can put character into it. In the beginning, if you're just doing this, that's fine. But it really is this kind of long bow and arrow stance. And then you come up and out. That's a tough one. Takes a while to get used to. Yep. And do you guys remember what to do after that?
No, that was when I saw him go like this.
Okay. So we just came up. Here we are. And we're just going to come back and stand. And then you bring it around, collarbone strike. And now we're going to do this pigeon stepping, kind of like you did, but you did backwards, right? When we did this. Same idea, except for step with the left, bring it around, step with the right, but the foot is even, collarbone strike. And we're going to do this 3 times. So that's 1, 2, 3. And the things to think about in a collarbone strike, we want to come in at this 45-degree angle, right? Yes, exactly. Bam. Basically, just it's a death kill, right? It's a death shot. We don't necessarily like to throw that word around, but you're going to do some serious damage if you're coming into someone. Yes. Okay. Yeah, and coming from the side there. Yeah, great. That's exactly what we want. Yeah. So it's not this overhead. Yep. Yes, exactly. Coming in from that 45-degree angle, because that's what's going to come in. If you come in overhead, it's a completely different strike, and you're not going to hit the same parts. You're more likely going to hit right here in the collarbone where we actually want to get in, right? So let's go through that little sequence just again from the very beginning, right? We got all this room. Let's give ourselves some room so we don't run into the camera. Right? Give our salute. So, yeah, let's get you holding it right. Yeah, just like this. And you just come over and come into the front and salute. Salute. Show off the weapon, right? You're showing the weapon. But the hand and the weapon are the same. It's same as this. Same as this. Yeah. So you want them to be the same. You know, and if you can, kind of have the sword not hidden like this, but kind of up, you know, invisible. Right? And right in your center. Right in your center. Yeah. Just like you're giving a salute. So that's what we want to think about. Yep. So we've given our salute. Todd's way ahead. This is great. Love it, Todd. And we grab, step. And we really want to have a bow and arrow stance, right? We're pushing through that back leg. This is a defense. The blade is going that way, just like our knuckles. Step back, slice in, step back. 1, 2, 3, and the last one, 4. So 3 with a step, and then the first one. Yeah? From here, any time in this routine that you get to the end of the front, right, when we think lines, we're at the end of the line. So that move from here Yeah, you don't necessarily want to bring it way out over here. It's more across the body. Yeah, so from here, I wouldn't really bring it, you're kind of bringing it way out here, Todd, but there's no reason to do that. Right? I'm here, I'm just going to bring it across my body. Just bring it to the left. And then you step back with the right, and the left comes into a cat stance. So what that looks like in real time, and you're in this nice defensive position, right? So just bring it across, and then step back. Yep, and pull that foot into a cat stance, and boom. More like this, yeah. The only time we touch the blade is on that one push. Otherwise, you never touch it with the left hand. Okay. For multiple reasons, but one of them being your hand, the oils on your hand will rust the blade. So we don't even want to do that. This is in the center. Okay. It's the center of your body. So when you come back, center, yeah.
When we come back, are we?
I think even more center.
Okay.
You kind of like it over here, and we just want to get a little more center.
So when we come back, it's like all kind of like at once, like.
Yeah. Yeah. So in Chinese kind of thinking, it's all one movement. We like to break it down in the West. We're like, oh no, it's this and then this. But yeah, this is all, yes, perfect. That's exactly what you want. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And from here, we do the challenging move. Yeah. Now we do 3 of these kind of movements from this position. So every time we get to the end, which is 3 times, we do this, and now you're going to drop that left heel, turn on the right heel. And from here, we're going to clear away, just like we did in that very first move after we saluted. So you clear away and then try to use that momentum to turn around. Right? And now we're going to pull that down on the elbow and then up the other side. And your foot is in a cat stance. Yeah, it's a tricky one. Now, I think you just cut your arm off. So, yeah, the trick, honestly, is repetitions. I mean, that's not really a trick, but just like that. So you pull down with your hand onto the outside of the elbow, right? And then just go right around and bring it up the elbow. And now right there. Up. No. Up here. So bring your hand right up here. Just like, no. Watch. Here. And you're just not willing to move your hand. Yeah, but bring it to the inside. Just like that. Okay. Just like that.
Wait a minute. I got it last time too.
Yeah, boom, just like that. Now you got it. Bring that foot, yes. So, yeah, come on in. So, bring it, it's here, and it's here. So you got to bring your hand down. It's here, bring your hand down. Yeah, to the outside, yep. Then now it's there, now bring it up. Perfect, just like that. And then we want it to end on our hand. Yeah. So from here, it's really weird, but you pull the hand down. Let the hand lead. Yeah, and then the hand comes up. And then it comes to the outside. Yeah. And it feels really awkward in the beginning. There's like, it's really awkward. It's like, where does my hand go? It's stuck in my armpit, right? I'm going to need a minute before I can look at your routine, but definitely practice. Yes. Exactly. So that's the trick. And then from there, right? Well, let's just do that whole sequence again. Let's start from, we just did our 4 slices, right? So we went here, we come up, we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, into a cat stance. And now we're going to turn, turning on that right foot, and then just come back around. And you end up in this position. That left foot just slides into a cat stance, pull it down and up around the elbow, and then here we are. Right? You want your, you want this. This is at eye height. So this is what we're looking at. It's like this. And you want it a little turned. I'm not going to get too fixated on it right now, but really this shoulder and this, the right hand, right shoulder are in alignment, the left hand and the left shoulder are kind of in alignment. So I'm not turned like this. My chest is facing forward, and defensively, I am covering more space because I'm not straight, I'm slightly turned. Right? So that gives you a better defense. Right? So here I am, right? If I'm here, I only have that single line. Here, I'm kind of covering my whole body because this hand is here, and this hand is kind of in line with that, right? And from there, we just do our turn. Then you step back this way. So it's just a 90-degree turn. Something like that, yeah. So, from here, lift up that left knee, tuck that left foot, slice, and when you slice, let it move you, because it will. If you just do this, it's not going to move you. Slice. Use the energy. Pick up the other leg. Defend it. Step back. Bring it over your shoulder into a cat stance. Left foot. Right? And then we know this sequence? Yeah? So how about if you guys practice that together? Todd knows it pretty well, so I'm going to have Todd be the front, and the 3 of you go through that, and then we'll add more. I just want to make sure you got this spot, and I'm going to look at Angela's here, okay? So give us a little space here, but I would say Todd be in the front, because you seem to be picking it up the fastest. So yeah, you've been practicing the most, so and it shows. So I would say, if you can, start from the beginning and then do the side sequences.
Should I do the whole thing and then?
Yeah, let's see the whole thing. So we're going to see the whole demonstration by Angela here. So, you know, she's got a small fan club, but we're looking to build up her fan club here. Yeah.
I'm sure I still mix a couple of things up. But
That's okay. That's why we train, right? And that's why I'm looking at it, so I can help her to progress and get even better. Yeah. All right. Okay, how did you feel with that?
I think you could tell where I wasn't sure.
Yeah, there was definitely some
Yeah.
moments of hesitation there.
For example, I think when I turned the last time, it's only a strike on the right, not
Exactly.
on the left and right, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This
I'm
is good.
always hesitating about this one.
Yeah, because it's different,
Yeah.
right? Right. You're referring to after this, correct?
Yes.
And then it's just the one.
And also I'm a little bit unsure about the fact, this one, whether I do this in the very end before the,
No,
no, okay.
no. Yeah, you added it once or twice
Yes,
in the routine.
yes.
Yeah.
It's not always when I change directions, it's on, so it's not,
So the kind of the rule of thumb in this particular sequence is when you get to the end of the front, it's this. So it happens 3 times.
the end of the, when I go forward.
Yeah, the most far forward you can go, and then we do this, and then it's always followed with this. Now this move, I think you could get a little bit more out of it. So when we're in this move, which again happens 3 times, right? The one time it's this, and then the other time it's this, right? And then the other time is what we were just talking about. But so we do that 3 times, this. And then we really want to drop that and turn and clear. And you weren't really clearing as much as you were just kind of doing whatever, the jump. So try to clear. And what I mean by that is you're kind of like, the intention is you're knocking something loose, and then you can use that momentum to carry you into whatever's next. So on that first sequence, right? On that second sequence, you can really use that to get that leg all the way around. Your foot kind of stopped here. Yeah, you want to be slicing here. You corrected it in the following sequences, so it's fine. You know, here it's just one. And then the other time, here. But this was good, actually. This was fine.
And the ending, was that correct for the greeting? I'm also not with the footwork.
Can you show me? Show me what part
so
you're asking specifically.
Okay, so I've turned,
Yeah.
then it's on the right, and then I cross the right in front.
Yeah, but think neck.
Neck, okay.
Yeah, think neck.
Okay. And then it's like a turn.
Ah, okay. Yeah. So there's,
Something was off there.
yeah. So there's a double slice there. Yeah, we're here. Right, slice all the way through and then bring it back. So you can, let's do it together. Right, so here we are.
Yeah.
Right, and we come out and we slice and then bring it back. And as you're here, bring that left foot out, and now you're going to slice left. And then once it's to about right there, you turn on the balls of your feet and then put it in your left hand. And you can look all the way back like this if you're most flexible, but you don't have to. Like look back to the center, and then we just come back.
So it's not the cross legs are only the first step, and then when I go this way, I turn my feet around so it's not crossed.
Well, they are crossed at first, though.
Sorry?
So let's do it again. So they are crossed at first. So we're here, and we come across, right, and we slice. And then as we come back, that left foot comes in front.
So it's first across.
Yeah, and then it's a cross again. And so now you're slicing in that cross, but once it gets past kind of your center and outside of your body, your opponent ideally is supposed to be right here, right? So at that point, you turn. So you just keep turning. So it kind of has this quality of like you're slicing, and then just keeps going into the slicing, and then when you come back.
Thank you, because I think I didn't do that very properly.
Yeah.
It was there, but a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. And you can get a little bit more out of your turns.
What do you mean?
Well, you're kind of just doing this, but it's really defend, defend. So you, yes, yes,
Full.
yes. So not just a, like, we really want to get that so it turns us, because we're almost always turning when we use the left. When it's just the right, we're not turning, but when you use both, you're always turning with the left, whether it's 180 or just 90. But with that left, so you can really use that momentum and let it take you to the next spot.
So it's like,
Yes, yes, that looked really good. Yes. Okay, so for this move,
yeah.
I don't want to give you too many things to work on, but for this move, this was one of them, right? This is good. Yeah, don't, it's not across your body. It's a slice up. It's almost like you're defending this side. So it's going, yeah, so it's moving on, that was much better. It's moving on this kind of circle right here. So you start like this, right? Well, you step. You can go ahead and step. Yeah. And then it's like a slice up, and then you turn it around. Right? And now pull that elbow in and bring that hand around. Yeah. So don't bring it over to the left side at all. You keep wanting to do this, but it's not. It's always on, it's all on the right. Some people like to do it really tight,
So like
but
that?
no, because you're here
Yeah.
and you're slicing up. Slicing up, right? But don't slice out. Look at, like, just slice up. Slice up. Have your arm be in a straight line. Yeah, so like that. And now you've sliced up, and now you're just going to whip it around. Yeah. It's a little, your motion is pretty big, but that's fine. It's the correct motion.
I've heard that before. I don't know. I tend to do.
Yeah, you do something like this and then just pull it up. And your hand gets in the right spot, but that's much better. You know, and if you can make that smaller so you don't have to use the whole arm and can just do that with the wrist, then you're getting even better. So you're still moving from the elbow. You're doing this. See if you can notice the difference. You're here and you're going. Instead of, I'm moving from the wrist. My elbow doesn't really move. And I'm not rotating from the elbow. So you want to try to get that movement in the wrist. Same thing, slice up. And yeah, that was great.
It's just a really strong tilt on the right wrist, yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah. That's why it felt off, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's like.
Well, hopefully not like that. But yes.
That's how it feels.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But that's the right motion.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think.
And then a weird.
Yeah, and then from here, right, because we come into a crane, make sure to step, stab. Yeah. And you don't really need to extend fully. But yeah. Yeah. And really make sure to finish. I would say try to finish everything.
Yeah.
You seem a little rushed.
Yes.
I'm sure the camera and me watching you,
Definitely.
right? The instructor watching always makes it a little bit more nerve-wracking.
Okay.
Yeah. So, did you have any questions?
No, I think that were
Because that's a couple of pointers there. I don't want to overwhelm you.
No, I think
It's coming along nice.
I think further practice on this.
Yeah. Practice on those.
I don't
It's
know. that?
Half hour.
Yeah, maybe I'll go outside again.
Yeah, it's shaded now, so it's nice.
Okay.
And if you have any questions, like if you're like, this doesn't feel right,
Then I come back.
ask, please, because that usually means that part of you recognizes that something isn't quite right.
Yeah.
It's probably not totally wrong. It could be something as simple as
The thing with how often I do this.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Just
Or
a
left and right.
something so simple, and it's like it just doesn't feel right. Ask,
Okay.
ask. Love those kind of questions. Yeah. Those are easy questions because there's an answer. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Okay. How are we doing over here? Fantastic?
Too fast at the beginning, so we started on the third section already.
Okay. All right. Let's do the third section. Maybe I should see how these gentlemen are doing. Yeah. No need to turn all the way.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just, I don't need to do that, and then this.
So
It's just a 90 degree there. But we do the 180 and the other part. Yeah, exactly, just like that. No, that was perfect. That's what we want. How's everyone feeling with all this?
I'm not feeling so good with the beginning. Still a bit confused.
Okay, do you any questions that would maybe help clarify?
I think I have to practice the moves longer to get used to it.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Maybe you could help me with the move back where I spin.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So I start here, right?
yep. So first salute. Here, salute. But we're in a cat stance there. All your weight is in that back foot, yeah. And then you step, yep.
Step and then out.
We got to push first.
Okay.
Yeah. So we just did our salute, right? We step. We clear the way so that we can take a few steps forward. That's the whole point here, is kind of knocking a weapon loose, right? You're knocking the stick loose, so now you can take 2 steps. 1, 2, exactly.
Okay.
And then this just comes right around to the front. So it just does this. There's no need to bring it around your head. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, and then you just push. Yep.
Okay.
And then from here is when we do that step. So bring it back. Yeah, and step, exactly. Come up. And then we come back up and we do 1. Then we step, 2, step, 3, step, 4, right?
Okay.
Yep. Now here's the turn, right?
Yes.
So the easiest way to do this is to drop the left heel, turn on the right heel, right? And get your hips as much this way as you can.
Okay.
And now we're going to clear, just like we did in the beginning,
Yeah.
right? But instead of taking a jump, we do a turn. Exactly. And then you can just let that foot come into a cat stance, yeah. And now you're just going to bring this around, bring it down the elbow, up, and boom, just like that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then we do our classic lift up the left, turn, and now lift up the right, and come back into a cat stance. Step back, yeah. And then this just comes over this shoulder. Yep.
Okay.
And then we do our side section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I will do it a couple more times.
Yeah. I think Do you want to work on that a couple times now, or?
Depends what you want.
Well, I was thinking we could learn the next section.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah. 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 Every time you get to the end of the line, going forward, and you're like, "What do I do next?" You're probably going to be in a. It's going to be this guy, right? So. Let's work on something new. Yeah. Yeah. let's really test the brain. Right? You guys had a day off yesterday. That's all right. A lot of information today. Joe, do you want to join us?
Yes, sure.
Is he ready to join us, Priska? Yeah, yeah. You might even be further along than everyone else. Right? So we're going to start in this position. This is going to be center or front. Right? And we're going to start in this position. What we just did, Joe, you're not aware of this yet, but we just did the side sections, and it would have been something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and on the 8th, we step back into a bow and arrow stance, and we slice, right? And we're using that opposite hand to kind of create this power and momentum. And now we're going to just come to the front, like we've done so many times. Lift up the left knee, right? Put it down, lift up the right knee, coming across the body, defend it, coming back into our cat stance, right? Now from here, we do this thing where we're just going to, exactly, Joe knows, we're just going to jump out onto the left and bring the right around, right? So it doesn't have to be a big jump, but we just come around. Now what we're doing with the hands is as you bring that right leg around, the right hand comes around with the sword or with the blade, right? And then we bring it into front. Right? Jump. Yep. Bring the right leg over. So we're here, bring the right leg over, comes around. Our knees are sitting in each other ideally, right? And then you do this little parrying thing. Right, and you've maybe seen fencers do this, right? People who defense and and the sword goes flying, right? This is classic in TV shows, but there is some truth to this. If you ever watch professional fencing, they do things like this. They do a lot more because they're very skilled, but that's kind of what we're thinking here. It's like a parrying move, right? We're kind of parrying someone's attack, and then we're going to jump out again and just step normally and stab, right? Yeah. And then from here, we've reached the end of the line, going forward. Nope, close. We do this, right? It goes across our body. Every time we get to the end of the front, same thing as after we did this, right? Joe won't know this, but the other one should. It's the same thing. So here we just did a stab, and we come back into this cat stance, right? And we want our hand in the middle of our body. And this is kind of protecting us in case something were to happen, the blade isn't going to come back at us. This is where the blade is, but we don't want this coming back and hitting us, right? It's just not a good scenario. So here we are having it in front. This is really a position of power. Like we're in defense, but there's a lot we could do here. We could come in for an attack. We actually turn around. Right? So just like we did before, we drop the left heel, we turn on the right, and we're going to do this. But we're going to do a full 360 from here. So, right? And I think it's easier to jump. You don't have to, but personally I think it's easier, because it helps you get the momentum. The trick is we want to end in a bow and arrow stance. So a lot of you are ending kind of the feet here. It's tricky to get that foot around, right? So the kind of the technique from here, right? I'm here, is I want to use the momentum of the blade. Now I've done this a lot, so it's easy for me. You guys are just starting, but my stance is maybe a little wide, but this is a pretty good bow and arrow stance. So you just want to make sure you get enough momentum, because if you do it too slow, right, what happens, my feet are right on top of each other. So you just have to get a little bit more momentum to get that foot to come across.
So we want to be facing this direction.
Yeah, so you want your right foot to be over here.
Okay.
So you got to keep going with the rotation. Yeah, yeah. That's the hardest part.
So we're in cat stance here.
Right, we're in a cat stance. Oh no, we're in a cat stance like this. This is our defensive position. We drop that left heel, turn on the right, and then we're clearing, right? We're knocking something away, and then just turning all the way around. Yeah. And then you want the blade somewhat kind of behind you, like this. You just brought it around too much, but that's okay. Go ahead, try it again. You had the right idea. You had it here. It's really nice. Huh?
How many times do you do this?
2, 3.
My name is turning my whatever it is. Feel
Yeah.
Compare it to
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's, you don't hang out there for 15 minutes, but it's kind of like 1, 2, 3.
And what foot you step out of? So when you hit, it steps back out of that one.
Yes, exactly. And instead of having that bent, straighten it, and that's how you get the power. The power comes from the back leg straightening and the hip coming through. Bam. And there's a little coiled up that occurs from that too. I love that you guys are all practicing though. This is as an instructor, this is like makes my day. This is turning this day into awesome, because I don't have to sit here and encourage you to practice. It's awesome. So bring that leg around, yeah. So think, the easiest way I think for this is as you jump, as the leg comes, the arm and leg come together as one, right? And you really want to be facing forward. Bam. And here,
From that to that to that. So jump.
yeah, but get that foot on the ground. Yeah, and try to get those knees into each other. So my right foot is in front. It's not behind. It's in front, which makes it a little easier to get the left around. So it's not way out here, so you don't have to bring it around.
Wait, from here you step out with your left
Yes.
and step.
One more step. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we're here, right? And it'll feel kind of natural. Like, bring that left out, your right just wants to follow. Let it, right? It kind of has that natural feel to it. Like, it feels weird if you're here and like all your energy wants to keep going. Just let that foot come through. Yep. And then from there we do this. Bring it across the body into a nice kind of cat stance. I need to find the names for all these. I know everyone has a name, I just have never been taught it. Because they're probably all in Chinese, and it wouldn't be that beneficial if I'm like, okay, now do Qing Ming. Okay, now do Ming Cheng. And you're like, I don't know what you're saying, speaking Chinese, right? So, really the trick is to get that right leg to come around. And when you do, it's then a slice the other way.
Around the shoulder?
Yeah. So here, I'll show it to here so you can kind of see the whole thing, right? Slice to the right. You're always going to be slicing whatever foot's in front. You're slicing it that direction. And then you're going to bring it back as you step forward with the other and slice in that direction, right? And we're thinking neck height, right? And then bring it back, and we do 3 of these. Really try to get that back leg extended, right leg bent, 60% in the front, but really pushing through and using the hip, right? Yeah, I always have my left hand kind of guiding my wrist, so they're always kind of working together, right?
When you say 3 of them, you mean that was the third one, right?
Yeah. So from that sequence again, from here, right? 1, 2, 3. No, that was right. No, that was right. You just got someone's watching me. Maybe I'm not doing it right. And it's like, no, it looked good. Yeah, keep coming. Yes, exactly. Yes. Yeah.
I get this, but then we go like that.
Yeah.
So always going over our head like this.
Yeah. I mean, if you can, ideally, you can kind of drop it down, right? So I'm here, I'm defending myself. It's not mandatory in the beginning if you're not doing that, but it could be a defense, right? Don't worry so much in the beginning if you're not doing it.
Having the hand, remembering that you're landing with the weapon up helps get you there. Helps the momentum get you there.
Yes, it does.
I think I was down here, so I wasn't getting all the way around. But I think when it's pivot and then slice.
Yeah, now keep coming with the energy though. It was right here.
Yeah.
Just keep coming with it around. No, the other way. Yeah. So Joe brings up a great point of what we're trying to do with the blade there. Here I am. Look at my energy. My energy still wants to keep going. So what happens is you almost have, this is advanced. So if it screws you up, ignore it. But this is what you're hoping for. You're almost like unscrewing. And so the momentum is unscrewing with it, right? So here I am. My momentum, here it comes. My foot is here. It's locked in, but the energy wants to keep going around, right? Because it was going this way. It wants to keep going around. And then you kind of check that, and then coil it up again and strike. And then coil it up again and strike, right? That's way more advanced. Don't worry so much about getting the power through the coil up, but that's what's happening. So when you turn, let that come all the way around. And it's like your feet stop, but the energy keeps coiling up, and then it eventually gets to your upper body and releases. If that wasn't too complicated, because that is next level. That's actually like several levels up. Yes, bringing it, but don't bring it behind. Just bring it in front.
You just swing that round and then.
Yeah, it's here. Comes around with the leg. And now I'm just parrying, stabbing, defending, turning. Right? Slice. 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 So, do we want to work on that, or should we just finish this little sequence? Okay, we'll finish the sequence and then go on it. So we just did our third slice, right? And now we're going to do something called a 180-degree turn, which some of you have done, right? So the 180-degree turn is when you bring that right foot into the left foot, and it's very pigeon-toed. It's uncomfortable. But what it's going to do is it's going to naturally push your left leg out. And so, boom, you're in a bow and arrow stance. And this is what you want. Don't short-sight it. People want to do this, right? But there's no tension in their feet when they do this. When I do this, there's all this tension. Like, this is really uncomfortable. My body will not stay like this. It pushes it out, right? So try to get it on the side. Instead of the front like this, try to get it so your hips are facing 90 degrees, but your toes are in and your ankles are out. Yeah, and that just naturally wants to push you this way.
Aren't our feet facing two different ways?
Yeah, well, ideally, when you step, you land on your heel and you get your front foot facing 1 o'clock, right? And then your back foot should also be facing 1 o'clock. So this is the other thing. When you do that 180-degree turn, if you bring your right foot in, try to get it to face 1 o'clock. If this is 12, try to get it to face 1 o'clock. That's what makes all the tension and naturally just pushes you out. If this is complicated, just step. Just step. For me, this is how it works for me, but if it's too complicated, like, oh, tension, I don't understand what you're trying to say, just step. Just bring that right foot over and bring that left foot. And then what we're doing with the hands, right? We just did our slice. Now as you step, you can get a little spin and stab. So here, bring the foot in, and you can get a little turn and step. There's several ways to do this. You can kind of come up and down so you can get some momentum. The thing is you can just do this, but you don't get nearly the same amount of force or momentum or energy through. We don't want to stab down. It's definitely coming from the waist. So, you know, if you see Master Ian, he likes to get this turn in it. Craig used to always teach it with this kind of up and down motion, but both of them create more momentum, and that's really the point, is to create more momentum. But if it's, yeah. I'm glad you recognize that. You're like, no, don't even, I know, don't even say anything. I know. Yeah, so this is kind of tricky. Step over, bam. I mean, there's so much, you're going to get a lot of power there. So try to do it as you're turning, but again, I would say the easier way to do this is just to go up and down. And so as you go up, you kind of do this little turn, and then you have all that momentum to drive it through. Yeah. Use it with the step. So here, right? Not probably so out here, because this is a stick, but we're using a sword. So we're slicing like this. We're not really ever breaking your wrist. This is breaking your wrist. It's like a baseball term, but you're English, so you probably don't know the baseball terms, but we don't necessarily want to break the wrist. When you're slicing through, we're generally not doing too much of this with the tantao. This is more the straight sword. Right? So we're slicing up, and your wrist kind of generally stays pretty firm. And then as you step over, you can kind of go up and then down, but straighten that leg. And get the power coming through the straightening of that back leg. Yeah, and it's a waist stab, right? So we're not stabbing up here, we're stabbing really at someone's dantian, lower dantian. And then from there, it's just that. And we're definitely not going to go any further than that. But that's a whole sequence. So let's try to do the sequence together once. And then we don't have a ton of time, but you can practice tomorrow morning. I'm teaching after tea. It's free practice, so it's a great time to ask more questions, to work on it. But let's start from, yeah. Well, Joe doesn't know the very beginning, so we'll go through this section once, but then I encourage you guys to go from the very beginning. But here we are, right? We just finished a side section. Defend, defend, cat stance. Right? Now we're going to jump forward, bring it around. Our little parrying We're going to come out, stab, right? And we just did our stab, step back, right? Get that foot into a cat stance, Joe. Yeah, all the weight is on that right leg, right? Drop the left heel, turn. As you're turning, we slice, and we do a full 360, right? Yep, slice, slice the other direction, slice again. Right, so now we all have the right foot in front, and we slice to the right, and now we're going to bring that right foot over, and then stab into a nice bow and arrow stance. Yeah. And then lift up the right knee, defend it, and back into our classic cat stance. Yeah, all the weight again is on that right foot. And we're going to stop there because the next part is a very big part. The next part, you do this. So, something to look forward to, but we're going to wait on that. So, we got a couple minutes. Practice. Any questions? Ask them, please.
Just with the pigeon toe turn.
180-degree turn, yep.
180-degree turn.
Yep.
We're coming
from here.
You're just done, yep.
So nice. So get into a good bow and arrow stance, yep. Yeah.
And now do I need to turn my left foot?
So think slice.
Slice.
Yeah, so about here. About here. We don't want to be right here. We haven't sliced anything. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Just cut my neck off. That's what we want.
And now we're doing like a little.
So as you're there, kind of just bring it up. We'll do the easy way first. So just bring it up as you step. And then as the left steps, bring it down. And ideally, when we do that step, ideally we want to get that foot into, that right foot into that 1 o'clock slot. And then you step and stab. Yeah.
What's the move after that? That starts everything. This after we done sliced,
Yeah.
and then it was.
Oh, you mean at the very end of from this and then a slice?
Yeah.
It's just a turn. Left, right. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yep, exactly. Yeah. Selena, I didn't get to look at your weapon, but maybe your first day back, we'll give you a little time. Yeah? Okay. All right. Unfortunately, everybody, that's all the time we have. It's time for dinner. But good work. Good work. We'll try to play. I'll tell you, when I first came, I used to fall asleep going through my routines. I'm not saying you have to do that, but if you're neurotic like me, it might help. No, I'm visualizing. So when I'm laying in my bed, before I would go to sleep, I would go through my routine. And the blanket's getting me! Oh.
20 hours in a row is like.
Yeah, until I fall asleep. Yeah. No, I'm not that dedicated. Right? But just even thinking about it mentally will help you remember it. That's all I was trying to get at, is like, think about those things. It's helpful. You know, even watching a video, not a movie, but a video of it can just help get the mind working. Do you need to be thinking about it 24/7? No, but maybe once or twice before you go to bed can be helpful, especially since there's so much information. But okay. Hands together, feet together, bow. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, live stream. Hope you enjoyed it. Another session of the Tan Tao. We'll be back again tomorrow. Enjoy your evening. If you like what we're doing here, come check us out online, Namyang Kung Fu Retreats.com, I think. And we have a couple, so I don't know. Or check out the YouTube channel. And